Welcome to this short grab. This will be interesting for a lot of you that are in leadership. It's not easy. It's not meant to be an easy role, and we're like to be leaders until it becomes difficult. So this particular short video is going to be really encouraging leaders to ask why their staff are not performing the way that they would expect, and to ask some really, I suppose, challenging but insightful questions about why that is. So let's get started. I've worked with multiple, I've worked with over 2,000 people and over 80 major projects since 2008. So I've been exposed to lots of different people, a lot of different environments and teams and sizes and so forth. And a lot of the time I'll hear, I either invested in training and blah, blah, is not doing anything different, and I haven't seen any change in behaviour. Why is that? And, you know, you think they'd be working with this standard, now they're not. So I'm going to give you 5 questions. I'm going to refer back to this so I don't miss parts, that are going to be incredibly important for you to think about as well too. If you want to get real and honest and have some truthful self-reflection, these are 5 key questions. And I think what I've found through this learning and working alongside to develop different organisations with my clients is that when they're asking for a certain delivery or outcome, I'll always say to them, that's great, but what resources or tools did you give your staff so they could reach that level of excellence? And a lot of the time it's met with, oh, nothing. We haven't done anything around that. Okay, well, that's interesting. That's a really great place to start. So these are the top 5 questions that every leader needs to ask themselves when people aren't behaving or delivering on your expectations. Okay, number 1, what are the expectations? Let's start by clarifying what the expectations are of the business in terms of what it's expecting, in terms of outcomes, impact, all of the above, KPIs, however you want to name it. All right. The second point then is, once you've defined what those expectations are, is, well, how are you actually providing staff the resources to be able to deliver on that? So my standards are here, but my level of support and resource is not. If you're not providing the resources, learning, development, opportunities, the actual cultural reality for people to be able to deliver, then who's responsible for that? So that's question 3, is who's then responsible if you're not providing it. Question 4 is, what would you need to provide them? If you now understand that there's the gap, what type of learning, development, leadership support would you need to give the organisation, the team, not just the leaders, but the organisation as a whole, to be able to deliver on those standards? And number 5 is, what will you need to do? How will you actually do that to make sure that that becomes a reality, so that we are minimising, closing the gap between what the expectation is of the business as opposed to the reality of the support and resources that we're giving people. And as I would say, I understand that there are some employees that are just not going to be the right fit for the business, and I totally get that, and that's a whole nother conversation and department and of expertise that you'd want to be calling on. But there are some incredibly important self-reflective questions that we need to be asking at this time to be able to get a real handle on what the reality is and how we can start to create a far more engaging, supportive response as well. So take those 5 questions. If you're a pro member, you'll get them in writing so you can come back to them. Please leave your ideas or comments around the question that we attach to every short video. And if there's comments and questions, or you need to unpack something further, you know where to find me. And I look forward to seeing you somewhere across our other experiences sometime soon. Great to have you here.